Hello and welcome to a new game on the channel, Project Zomboid. So real quick, some mods I'm running on this are ORGM, Hydrocraft, and Super Survivors. Those are the main overhaul mods. I've still got a few others. We'll go over those as they come up. Now for the story. Here we go. Wifey and I coming back from a hunting trip and crash into a blockade of cars as I'm playing with my smartphone trying to figure out the new GPS. Never used it before and just get the hang of it. So we're just coming back from a hunting trip, heading up to our little rural, it's a hard word for me to say, our little rural town where we have our own little gas station that we live at and operate, and that's our business. And we're figuring out now, shit is at the fan. You know, just went away for a little hunting trip, come back, the world's gone to shit, it's overrun by zombies. So, first things first, we gotta get home. That's one thing we know, we gotta get home. And I'm gonna tell you now, since I'm commenting in hindsight here, this first episode here turns out to be a really messed up story in the way it goes. So yeah, this is depraved level storytelling. Yeah. So I've, of course, you know, just kind of sped it up in parts. All in all, this recording was about an hour and a half, but through the magic of editing, I've cut it down to 28, 30 minutes, somewhere in there. Yeah. So to start this playthrough out, I started in Rosewood, managed to loot out my house, cook up some food, you know, do all that good stuff, and grab a van, and then Wifey and I made our way out to the middle of nowhere so I could start the recording and start telling this story. That was about all the planning that I did. Once I got out in the middle of nowhere, I used the Necroforge mod to give myself some equipment that would reflect having gone on a hunting trip. Rifle, ammunition, knife, or several knives, all that good stuff. Not a whole lot of food. The only food I got is the food I took from the house. And yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of that. Of course, whenever you go out, you take more than you actually need if you're planning smart. So there is still a little bit left over from the hunting trip. And it was an unsuccessful hunt. Either that or we gave it all away. So here we go, making the turn, and I think now it's just a straight shot on into the town. Taking a little bit of damage to the van. It's not running as well as it should. It gets a little squirrely every now and then. A little harder on the acceleration. Oh, yep, there we go. Smashed into another parked car. Managed to hit the brakes pretty well before I smashed it though, so it didn't take too much damage. Yep, here we go. Just coming into the outskirts of town. And getting into town, it doesn't look very good. It looks pretty well overrun. Yep. Now some settings I've got going on is I've got an increased number of zombies to start with because I've got spawning disabled. So I've got the zombie count cranked up to max just so we can kind of do clearing out of areas. They do migrate and all that sort of stuff. They're more active at night. But then we pull up to the, our gas station here, and of course, I planned on going here. I wanted to come here. I wanted this to be home base. And I get here and it's burned out. Like, come on. I don't think I passed one burned out building that entire drive, and I get to the destination I had in mind. I wanted to come here, and it's burned out. We still got the little outhouse or whatever down there, you know, the detached bathroom. That's still intact, but the rest of the place, the convenience store, all that, it's all burned. The apartment above, it's all gone. Anyway, I got my single action army revolver here. I've got to cock the hammer for every shot. And I went with that for the handgun because it uses 45 Colt. And I've got also for the rifle a Henry Big Boy because that also fires 45 Colt, which makes it convenient for ammo purposes. Most of my supplies are in the back of the van. I've just got the one bag on my back with some supplies. I don't even know if they're essentials or not. I don't know what's in what. But anyway, I get over here, you know, I'm like, it doesn't look like a whole lot of zombies, so I'll go ahead and start shooting them, you know, kind of try and secure the area. Because right now I'm thinking, you know what, it's all burned out, but I can salvage this. I can use my master carpentry skills that I will acquire eventually, and I will rebuild our home. And the whole time, you know, I'm forgetting that super survivors are not the smartest when it comes to their zombie fighting capabilities, and I kind of ignore my wife, and I don't realize right now that she's just getting overwhelmed and swarmed. And then I finally see that happening, and I'm like, oh god, what am I gonna do? Oh, there's a lot more zombies than I expected to be here. Well, nice knowing your wife. Go inside or something, evade. And I'm coming over here and I'm thinking, can I maybe draw them away? I can draw a few away, but I'm running real low on ammo. I'm not gonna be able to kill all these zombies with the equipment I've got, so I'm gonna have to. Right now I'm checking, I'm like, my wife make it, is she dead? Alright, it doesn't say she's dead. I think maybe she's got a chance. Maybe if I move away, she'll magically break through that horde and get to me. Gotta have a smoke after that one. There's another survivor on a roof freaking out. So, yep. I can't take on all those zombies, and if she can't catch up to me, there's nothing I can do for her right now with the equipment I've got. So I've got to get out of here. I gotta get out of Dodge. I gotta go and find some better equipment. I do have skill gain turned up because I do plan on, if I do die, continuing on in this world. And the reason for that is because my playstyle is I like to build. I like to build things. Build a massive post-apocalyptic empire, if you will. A lot of the games I play are building-focused games. It is something I enjoy doing in games, so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to build. But of course, you know, it's Project Zomboid. You can't just go straight into building. You gotta secure an area first. Which the easiest way to do that, because the zombies are urban-focused, which creates a significant challenge for setting up base in the urban environment. Otherwise, I could just, you know, continue on going out into the woods, find a nice little place, and live happily ever after. But I can't do that now because my wife is missing. She's MIA. I have no idea what is going on with my wife. I can only hope that she has found safety somewhere. And I gotta do everything I can to try and help her. So right now, I'm just doing a whole lot of foraging, trying to get some tree branches so I can make into quarterstaffs. Quarterstaffs are one of my favorite forged weapons. They are quite handy. They work very similar to a baseball bat, with the exception that they don't always have knockback. It seems like there's a range to them, and if you're at the appropriate range, you'll get really good knockback on them, but if the zombies are just a little too close in, you don't get knockback, it seems. Which, that's the other thing. Compared to the baseball bat, I think it has a little more range than the baseball bat, which is always good. I'm not an up close and personal stabber. That's not my expertise in fighting zombies. I do much better with, well, I tend to favor using firearms. That's why I've got the ORGM mod, as well as longer range melee weapons. I do prefer, like, the bat, the quarterstaff, even the axe. I don't like using the axe simply because it is quite rare to come across, and I don't like breaking them, which is why I tend to use quarterstaffs a lot, because they're very easy to replace. So now it's getting late in the day. I do have a couple of quarterstaffs, nowhere near enough quarterstaffs to take out all those zombies. So I've got to find a place to lie low. So I come across this little farmhouse just outside of town. Take a peek in the windows, make sure nobody's home, you know. Looks all clear, you know. Doors are open and stuff. It looks like whoever was in here took off. Uh-oh. This door's open. Yep, there's a zombie. Okay, there's a couple zombies. Alright, make sure nobody's coming up behind me and just finish these guys off. And if I can clear this house out, I think I'm going to spend the night here. Kind of regroup and recover myself. I am pretty tired after all that foraging. And then I'm going to try to make my way back into town. Maybe see if the wife made it back to the gas station and found shelter in the bathroom or something. So a couple more guys in here. Just got to take care of them. Yeah. Tired and exerted. It takes a lot. Takes a lot to kill them. Some nice gloves. I can wear those for some armor. Might as well take that guy's wallet. He won't need it anymore. I don't think I'll need it either, but hey, it's hard to break old habits. You just killed somebody, you gotta take their wallet. I mean, it's just rule number 1 of any game that has looting. And most games, rule number 2 is to take their clothes, but their clothes aren't as useful in this game because, well, you don't really want to wear them. You don't want to wear zombie clothes. You gotta clean that shit first, and, well, I'm not really interested in cleaning zombie blood and guts out of clothes right now. I'm still focused on, you know, well, looting this house for everything it's worth. And then the ultimate objective is to rescue wifey. Alright, let's go ahead and sleep away the night. Wake up bright and early at 9 in the morning. And start making our way back. Well, we got 3 quarterstaffs, I think. It should be enough to do something at least, and, you know, it's been a while. Nice lighter and matches in this car for me, I'll take it. Here, can't really use that car as a diversion because I don't have any keys for it. I'm not able to hotwire it. Just get on back down here into town. Coming up, I think this is that little neighborhood on the west end of town. And just up ahead, a block or 2, is the burger joint where I last saw wifey. And this whole time, I'm pretty sure she's dead, but I'm not accepting it. I'm not accepting the fact that wifey's dead. I'm hoping and praying some miracle happened and she teleported to safety. So I might as well come on down here, check out home, see if she made it down here, and it's not looking good because the place is still overrun by zombies. So not thinking she made it safely down here. Yeah, not looking good. Alright, well, I guess let's do what we can to try and clear out home right now. Yeah, you can see there, you get the right range on that quarterstaff, and you've got really good knockback on it. And it has pretty good durability, a lot better than if you were to make those branches into spears. Like, I thought a spear would be, like, the end-all, be-all weapon. And then the first time I made it, it broke on the very first hit. I was like, what the heck? So then I tried a quarterstaff. I'm like, yeah, this is probably not, you know, going to do much better. Yeah, it did a lot better. Surprisingly, I thought maybe also I was making the spear wrong. Like, there was a step I skipped into making, like, a decent spear. But I don't think that's a thing. I think the spear is meant not as a weapon. I think it's more as a tool to use for fishing. I think you can use it for fishing, or is it hunting? Actually, I think it's hunting. You make 3 of them and you can go hunting or whatever. As long as you have the other required ingredients. The other ingredients being, I think, poo and maybe binoculars. I don't know. I don't know exactly. We'll get to that eventually. No time to hunt right now, because I've got to hunt for my wife. So there we go. Just regroup in the, I don't know, we'll call it the latrine. The detached bathroom. Get a little food and water going. Check these guys for anything useful. And there's a whole bunch more coming in on me. Great. I thought I just cleared the place out, but no. More come in, and what the heck? Where are these guys going? Alright, well, let's call them. Try and run them away from here. We gotta get as many of them away from this area as we can, because I need to try and find wifey around there, and I can't really look effectively if there's zombies all over the place. And oh, look at this. Nice Firebird. Got a key? No. Oh, there's a key on the ground, and it goes to some piece of crap car. It's not a Firebird key. Not interested. Yep. There, that guy was too close, so I wasn't getting any knockback on him. He's got some binos. There we go. We'll be able to use those later. So yeah, just running around here trying to create myself some space, and right here I miss something huge. I didn't even notice it until I was editing this, and I was like, oh man, that would have saved me some time, but nope. Continue on, and now I think what I'm gonna do is try and lure them away using weaponry. I lured them in with that, maybe I can lure them out. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through here, burn through all my ammo, just light them up. Yeah, there we go. Getting some hits. This will also do some nice training. Nice firearm training for later. And of course, being the sportsman that I am, I've got to clean up my spent brass. Don't want to just leave that lying around. Gotta make sure nobody's coming up behind me. So, just gonna dump all the lead I've got into this horde, try and draw them away from the burger joint. And I don't realize just how far this noise travels and draws them in from. So, what's happening in the background that I'm not aware of is... these guys are, you know, the guys at the burger joint are being drawn out. But the guys on the other side, even farther away, are being drawn towards the burger joint. And I'm kind of thinking of that about right now, and I'm like, oh, great, well, maybe I should just keep going further and further out. Hopefully wifey will hear me shooting and, you know, maybe take any available opportunity she can to escape if she's trapped in there. Again, super survivors, not that smart. If you want them to not die, you really have to babysit them. They're pretty terrible at living. So, yeah. There we go, just dumping it all. Got, what, 19 rounds left. And there's a whole lot more than 19 zombies left. And I'm not even getting a kill for every shot. Although some of these shots I'm getting 2 kills. I think I got one coming up here. Get a twofer. And even though like the lever action rifle here, I got a, I don't know, I guess rack it, cock it, whatever you want to call it, for every shot. It's a very satisfying weapon to use. It really is. Uh-oh. Yep. Burn through all that ammo. Alright. Well, that's about as good as I can do with that. As you can see there, I'm wearing a Mexican poncho also. Because why not? I think that I found that in the starting house I was in. And I was like, oh, I gotta wear that. I didn't even know that was a thing. So, yep, drew him out as far as I could. Then it was time to put the big boy into the backpack. Again, being a sportsman, throw that cigarette butt in the backpack. Don't just throw it on the ground. Nature. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of work cleaning up all that zombie gore. That can't be good for the environment. Oh, MP5 with a couple of rounds in it too. Nice. Definitely taking that. Flashlight, might as well. I'll never use it. Not gonna turn down ammo, even if it goes to a gun I don't have. Maybe one day. One day I'll be able to use it, perhaps. Oh, yeah. Let me take that worm out of your eye socket there. Thank you. Cockroach. Maybe I could use those as bait for fishing later. And I just figured out I can zoom in and out with the scroll wheel on the GPS there. Alright, so heading back down here. Just kind of seeing the damage I did as far as luring people away. And again, missing a very big clue. Not really noticing it, but again, seeing that there aren't a whole lot of zombies. Still a few roaming through here, and still no sign of wifey. I've not got a very good feeling about it. So, at this point, I'm considering just giving up the search. Or I think I actually already have kind of given up on searching. So, now I'm just looting the dead. But I might as well, you know, take a look in there. No, I don't want to get trapped in there. On second thought, I'm not going to go in there and get trapped. Still got zombies pouring in. Some more 308 that I can't use. Take some matches off you. Smoker, need every fire source I can get. Alright, so I'm looking and zombies are still pouring in there, so I'm thinking, you know, it's been a little while. Anybody who was drawn to the gunfire is probably out there in that field a ways by now. They've probably carried on a bit. Now it's just the stragglers that were back here that were still headed in that general direction that are going to be stopping off. So I suppose now I've got an opportunity to take a look at the full extent of the damage of the fire to the place. And luckily my American flag is still intact. That's all I cared about. Let's go ahead and turn the TV off. I don't want an outrageous electric bill. Pretty sure I didn't leave that on before I left to go on the hunting trip. Damn zombies must have been watching the news as they looted and burned the place, little bastards. Alright. It's gonna be kind of difficult to repair that roof. Just taking a look here, you know, trying to formulate a plan as to what to do next. Check. Still doesn't say the wifey's dead. She's, as far as I know, she's still alive. So, I guess that's what I'm gonna be doing. Clear up some inventory. Might as well top off the van. And I gotta do something to find the wife, because the game's telling me she's still alive. So it's my husbandly duty to track down my wife. We'll just come out here, and any of these guys that are down here, you know, can be drawn in by sound. We'll go ahead and gather them up and lure them as far away from home and the primary search area. Just lure them out as far as I can. So that's what we do. Just go for a little cruise and crash into little saplings. I'm pretty sure a little tree like that would not stop that van. It would definitely do some damage, but I'm pretty sure that van would break that tree in half. So I figure, you know, this is far enough out. Just give it a couple more honks out there. Have everyone start heading out that way. The muffler is in, that was the other thing. This van was in pretty much perfect condition. So it's not making a whole lot of noise, even though it sounds like it is. It actually isn't. As you can see, a lot of zombies aren't even, like, drawn to it that are, like, real close to it. And if they are, it's a very delayed reaction, and we're gone before they knew what hit them. So before we go all the way back and lure all those zombies that are pouring in there, we'll take a detour down here and let the masses pass and Just come over here and sit for a minute and wait. Let them all pass. It looks like I'm hungry again. Which, yeah, I suppose it's a good time to talk about the perks for my character while I come over here and see this massive horde passing by and check this parking lot. So my guy, let's start with his negative traits. Because the positive traits aren't that important. They're positive traits, you know, it's... I guess we'll start with the positive. We got, I think, organized and dexterous, cat's eyes, and fast learner. And the reason I took those are mostly just quality of life. Obviously, fast learner to help improve skills faster, dexterous to transfer stuff faster. What were the other ones? Cat's eyes for YouTube purposes, so you can actually see at night. And I can't even remember what I said for the last one. But anyway, here we got Paula. I'll recruit her to help me in my search for wifey. You know, hop in, Paula. Let's go find wifey. But the negative traits my guy's got. All right, so we got smoker. That's one we can't get rid of, and that's one we're just gonna have to deal with. That's gonna cost us a cigarette or two every day. And then we've got obese, which really hurts our running speed and endurance. And it looks like I'm running pretty fast here, but that's just because the video is sped up. I've sped the video up in parts of this video anywhere between 2 and 4 times. Some parts are real slow, but obese we can deal with. We can lose weight in the game. We can get that under control. But that's going to cause us to run slower, lose endurance faster, and make us more prone to injury. Also, we've got short-sighted and hard of hearing, which can also be corrected. Short-sighted can be corrected by putting glasses on, which we can find on zombies. Hard of hearing can be corrected by finding a hearing aid. So those are just some... I like taking those because those give me some minor objectives. And then right here, I finally notice what I've been missing this entire time. A golf club. And I remember my wife. She had a golf club. So she dropped her weapon here. This can't be good. This can't be good. Now she's out here without a weapon. This isn't good. Game says she's still alive. She's got to be alive. Game wouldn't lie to me, would it? But yeah, she's alive and without a weapon. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. What is that I'm standing on? Let me remove this broken glass before I accidentally slit my throat on it. What is this? A body with a hiking bag and women's clothes that aren't bloodied and dirty and all that? I can't really see it, but I'm like, oh, well, that would explain why the golf club was laying there. This has got to be wife, but the game says she's alive. This has got to be her. Let's take a look. It certainly looks like her. Well, yep, she's dead. Damn game lied to me. All this time. Well, can't just leave her here. She's gotta come with me. You know, this would be her. This would be what she wanted. Just put her in the passenger seat. She can ride around with me now. Paula, you gotta sit in the back. You might want to crack a window too. Might not be too bad tonight, because it's still cold, but it's gonna warm up soon. Anyways. So now, Wifey and I returned from a hunting trip. Wifey is now officially deceased. Our home is burned down, our world is overrun with zombies, and I've got a stranger in the van with me. And dead wifey's riding shotgun. Time for a smoke. So yeah, this has been a pretty messed up start. Pretty messed up start. I don't know about you, but I'm interested to see where this can go from here. I don't think it can get any worse. I mean, this is about as bad as it can get for somebody's life, right? Just coming back, expecting to go back to a work week from a hunting trip. Come back, world's gone to shit. Your home's burned down, your business is burned down. and then your wife is killed. Yeah, he's probably losing his mind right about now. So we'll go ahead and put all these valuables over with wifey. She can hang on to those for me. And anyways, thank you for watching. As always, have a good one.